Hey guys, just want to take a minute and look at the Honda Cub 50 with the blown engine, which is a 62. Now I want to see what we have and what we don't have. The um, the early engines are push rod style, and then later they went to a overhead cam. This is the push rod setup. A lot harder to find parts for. They're out there, but I don't think the reliability was very good on them either. Hence what we got here. So I just want to take a minute and we'll take all the bits and pieces out and just see what we have and what we're missing. Is it worth moving forward with this guy? You know, that kind of thing. Let's see, that's our heel toe shifter for that side. That'll be the cover for that side. I know the cylinder head is not here, and again, I think that was probably so trashed it really didn't matter, but let's see, that's the mounting bolts, the external screws, the sprocket, the here. This looks like it might be the parts from the cylinder head. Let's go see. Not sure what all this getup would be. Have anything to do with that? So what is missing? I would say there's something going on there. Where's that cover? That goes right through. Something is right here. That's probably the clutch adjustment. So I would say clutch is on the upper shaft. Do we go this way or this way? What do you think? That way. Don't know if that bearing goes in there or not. That probably locks onto the cam. Nope. That goes behind it. Bar. Alright, hold on. It's like a big puzzle. Alright, I would say that guy. The cam's got to go in there. We're missing bearings and bits and pieces. Let's see. That race almost looks like it's that size though. That's why, because it is. Let's keep going. Alright, cam's in there. Trying to figure out what that guy would go on. I'll worry about that later. Alright, so that lines up to that spline. Is that just out of the... you'd want. See, that guy and the gear in there should mesh, so those two should tie together. that guy. That's the clutch. I would suspect that's the nut for the center of it. I'm not quite sure. That could be on the other side yet too. That for that. Nope, it's not the size of that. Alright, but we got stuff that kind of goes, gets an idea where it goes. We have these forks. That would, might go behind there. Let's go pop this cover on and spin it around and look at the other side for now. Okay, then our kickstart will be on this side. This I think we just got the sprocket off. The nuts out of the center there. Open. Okay. Not sure. Oh, it's the wrong thread. That more than likely is for that. I haven't figured out what that is for yet. Let's grab that cover. So I think most of it is here. Other than the top end. And the top end we are missing we're missing the push rods, the cylinder head, everything in the cylinder head. Carburetor is on the bike. The exhaust pipe coming out. And then we'll have to go to the diagram, and I'm sure we'll figure out where all this stuff kind of goes in behind that clutch setup, more than likely. That on the inside of there, maybe. Mirror image. I'm not sure. I would say these are engine mounting bolt. These little guys here are going to be for the covers on the side. You see anything that we're missing? And that's to say, who knows what kind of shape the crank is in too. The problem right now is the piston has gotten smashed so bad it's wedged tight against the cylinder walls. So that may or may not have done damage. Well, the jug's moving with it, so see that crank might be okay. At least it moves, right? Okay. Okay. And there was nothing in there, so I would say some kind of forky something went in there for shifting purposes, for clutching purposes. I'd say shifting maybe. Are we missing? That's kickstart. That's going to be shifter. Is that going to be shifter? No. Yeah. That's shifter. And it tops out in that case there. Something went on the end there. Okay, that's where that guy goes. And then the bushing of the case holds it. So let's see. We get the piece of wood out of there. Shall we place it back together again? That guy. Okay. Now we're gonna have this come up and do something, right? That I have to actuate this guy. Let's see what in the case. Is there anything for? No, it's got. That's for that. That's for that. And I bet you we tie into this. That's going to push right against the clutch disc. So that went like that. That's going to go in the center of that. Is there a bearing going to fit on that? Bet you that bearing goes in there. Yeah. We still have this bushing to go with. Quite sure where that goes yet. So that fork is going to have to go into something. We got to figure out where it goes, but we want probably something like that. And it's a cam, and when you move it, it rolls the clutch up and pushes the clutch in. Alright, so we got all those pieces figured out. And then you can see the little cam spots on it. And it fits on there. So alright, so all that makes sense. Got it. Something like that. It would have went. What about that guy? That looks like it was out in the weather though. If I don't stand in front of the camera. I'm not sure where that guy went. Okay. Has the shape of that, but I don't think that's it. I see something protecting that. Not sure. Again, Exploded View should take care of that. We're just looking to make sure that we got all our stuff together. That noise you hear in the background is the fan. It's 90 degrees today. 92 actually. So this looks like a better alignment for these guys. Kind of ends up being more square to it, but this guy wants to kind of float around, so it may be a little challenging to put back together. Yeah, I'm just throwing it together. I'm not looking at this is not a permanent fix. We're just making sure we got all the guts and what does and doesn't work. stick all that together. Not sure what screws go where, but we're just going to throw screws in it. Kind of helps in aiding stuff not getting lost. Which one's going to be a long one? Which one are you? That one. There you go. Got left. 1, 2, 3. There. Another long one for there. I think that's all of them, right? Nope, one. Missing one more right there. Run those down. We got some miscellaneous bolts. We should have 4 actually for that guy, right? So 4 of something the same. I got 3. See another one? I wouldn't think they'd be screws though. I think they would be bolted on kind of something. Oh, there's the 4th one. That one's not. That one is going to be for kickstart. That's for that. That one. These might be for the cover on the other side, and we may not have those because those look way too large. Are those? Alright. That's what those washers are for. We got it. Alright. So other than the actual cylinder head push rods, I don't know what we have for what it uses for lifters and that kind of thing inside there. We haven't gotten into that. That stuff might be crap too. But yeah, none of the parts for the actual cylinder head. I don't see any of the hardware for the cylinder head. I have a feeling it was another bag probably somewhere that got lost and had all that stuff tucked away. Because I could see maybe the cylinder head being gone, but not the cylinder head being gone and the hardware for it missing. You agree? There we got. That's the hardware for the clutch. I think that's for around the chain area, and I'm not sure on that yet. I think that is for the chain location, and these are the 2 engine mounting bolts. So we'll throw that stuff back in the bag. I'm gonna run some of those screws in just so they stay together, and we'll use that for a future shopping list. At least I got a better idea what we have, and the crank does turn. And so if you're able to find an engine that, yeah, those guys are probably for that. If we could find an engine that's just rough, we could steal the parts off of. That might be a good way to go. What am I looking for? That black piece of plastic. That guy's got to go. Yeah, like that. And so we have one for there, one for the bottom of it, and then we are missing a screw. Well, we're not missing a screw. It should be that guy. All right. Everybody is spoken for. Well, we're definitely seeing that piston is jammed on there probably fairly well, but let's see if we can drive that thing down, at least get the piston off of it. Which room we can get. That's probably about as far. I'm going to make a couple of wooden wedges that we can kind of put in there, and then maybe we'll get some like either brass or a piece of wood, and we'll try ramming the piston right down and see if we can get it to move in the cylinder. I got a piece of wood on the top and the bottom. Top one's just kind of sitting there, but I think it's going to draw as soon as we hit it. Let's see if we get any kind of response out of it. probably where the last person stopped. I have a feeling that sucker's probably split and just wedged in there really hard. Might have moved. One or two things are going. Either the tool's just kind of sinking in, or it's actually moving. That kind of should have rolled. That capture should have got tight. I am going to pop. Can I get it with this side? No. You need to turn that clutch basket back a little. I thought I was going to free reel back, take up the gap, and then drive the piston down. But I have a feeling we're just transferring right through the rod. We're not doing anything. So we are going to want to. We know all that where all that goes. We're going to want to pick the crank, get our piece of wood back, wedge your wood in there. I can't help it. There was another one. Where's the other one? There it is. Get them both. Or if we get like a ratchet strap around it, we'll just kind of put tension on it down and then give it a hit. We might even go to put tension on it. I wonder if it'll actually turn. Kind of doubt it, but give it a shot. And now I got the fan and the AC on. Oh, summer. It's gonna slip off or not. You guys want to hold that for me? This isn't I gotta figure out somewhere to get tension on it and hold the tension there and to be able to hit it. It is moving. Did it go? Yeah, it's going. Eventually it's going to hit bottom dead center. I want to go around it again. We'll have to get larger pieces of shim. Right. It's up and over the hill. Now we need to shim it further out. Make ourselves a fatter set. See if we get the rest of the way there. Stay. I want to go back, down, and around. We need to do. Forget. Okay, what else like that? No. No. Should be almost there. Gotta be almost out. That's gotta be off. Yeah, man. Actually, think I gotta do it one more time. Let's try it. Trim the bottom. It's gonna rack on us, but it feels like it's like ready to fall apart. There it goes. Whee! Hard to tell right now, it's just so crappy. I have a feeling that once you go to come back, don't think we're saving the piston. Rod feels okay. And then feels okay. I'm not quite sure what it would have had for push rods. I mean, lifters, if they're part of the push rod. I just don't know what they look like yet. And that might be the case, or it might have two lifters that sit in there on that cam that are missing yet too. We're gonna go inspect that guy. Not sure how well you guys are gonna be able to see, but haven't done anything to it yet. Figure we'll go pop a hone in there. We'll clean it up and we'll see what the bore looks like. I have a brake cone, so it's kind of small for this, but let's see how well that'll work for us. It's a tension. The more you crank down on this, the harder they pull apart on the stones. Oops. Let's give that a quick wipe down just to get an idea of what we're working with. I'm going to clean that with some brake clean. Wipe it down and get a good look and see if there's any ridiculous something that is going to make us stop using that. I have no idea how well the camera's going to pick up the edges, but it definitely has issues. Could it be used again? Yeah, I think the problem is it sat for such a long time with moisture in those areas. The moisture has kind of corroded itself. Could probably run a better hone would probably help too. I just don't know what's available for the old push rod style. Be nice if we could put it back together just as it was. It's such a clean bike, it would be nice if we could put it, you know, back to original with the original engine, and you know, but nothing says we can't change it out for a later Honda setup. I don't even know if that's a crack or not right there. I'm gonna go run it a little bit more, clean it up a little bit more, and then we're gonna make a shopping list. Yeah, normally you go with a stone, something like that, but that's not happening. So I'm gonna work with what I got, that brake hone, and give it one last shot. It actually cleaned up not bad. Again, you can still see some staining and stuff on it, but you don't feel it. I mean, it's far from new, but it's not terrible. The only thing that's kind of alarming me is I'm not sure if that looks like a crack or not. So I'm gonna go hit it on the wire wheel, clean this flange off, and make sure we don't have any cracks in it, which it could have from the trauma it went through. That might just be with the two halves of the case meet. Noise alert. They didn't warn you. Something looked like a crack to me. That is not a crack. You would think it was from looking at it from that angle, but you'll notice there's nothing there. There's nothing on the inside. It's just a deep stain. Again, I think it might be where the two halves of the case meet, and it just left a mark. So, worst case, we can use this. I think we can get some life out of that. I would like to find a new replacement, you know, piston cylinder match, but at least we know what we have. Alright, things we know we need is a cylinder head, piston and cylinder, engine gasket set, push rods, valve cover, ignition switch, and battery. Anything I'm forgetting right now? We're going to go back out and look at the bike too, see what else the bike is missing, and add that to the list. And we'll get an idea like how much this would all cost, and if it's worth chasing this avenue, or even if those parts are available for another. Unfortunately, it's kind of packed in the middle of these two. So it has the carb. We are missing the exhaust pipe. Air cleaner cover. What else you guys see? Brakes look complete. The levers are on it. Missing a directional. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Mirrors I'm not worried about. So would it have a lever on this side too, or no? Rear brakes on the floor. That should be front brake. And the other one's a speedo cable. Split armor looks all together. The seat looks decent. Taillight looks fine. Foot pegs. The other foot pegs are already on it. Coil. That's rear brake light. Do we have a coil? I do not see one. Oh, I see a coil wire. That's gotta be attached to something, right? It must be underneath there. Alright, we'll say the coil's there for now. I think that would make it. Look back at this video and might see something else, but the rest of it looks fairly complete. I do not see rear directionals at all. Do you? Did it even have? That's going to be high beam, low beam. I don't think those are directionals. I don't even see a bulb in there. We think they'd have to have a bulb in there though, right? I'm not going to worry about those for now. I don't see a wire going up inside those. Are they just reflectors or what? I do see a hole in there. Yeah, I think they're just reflectors. No directionals back in 62. Alright. That's it, guys. Well, guys, I think we're just going to go call this one right here and do a little bit of shopping list for it. People want to feel free. Again, I want to try to keep it like a 62 Cub 50 would be with a pushrod engine. Again, worst case, if this gets too expensive, I've already been contacted by someone to do a more modern Honda, full Honda engine with upgrades and everything to it. It'll make it run like a raped ape, but I kind of want to chase this avenue a little bit first before we go that way. So with that, I thank all you for hanging out in the garage with me, doing a little bit of wrenching and troubleshooting and puzzle assembly. And till the next one, I'll see you later.